Actors will seriously do anything for a job. Tootsie, released in 1982 and is directed by Sidney Pollack, who's also behind such films like Jeremiah Johnson, The Way We Were, 3 Days of the Condor, Out of Africa, and Sabrina. And this film is starring Dustin Hoffman at the height of his powers, Jessica Lange, Terry Garr, Dabney Coleman, and Charles Durning. And the reason why we're talking about Tootsie today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from a big contributor and supporter of this channel, Jeff Fry. Thank you very much once again. You've been such a huge support of this channel over the last couple of years, and I can't thank you enough. And this is a movie that I have heard about for a while, especially me coming up in the theater. I have my bachelor's degree in theater, my master's degree in theater, and I've always had professors tell me about this film. I've just never gotten around to watching it until finally today, and it's quite excellent. It has great social commentary. I don't know if it's sad because in order for this message to come across to society, it has to come from a man, but you know what? It's the point that matters, and as long as it's getting across, that's all that matters. Thank you very much, Jeff, for the recommendation. If anyone else out there also wants to be like Jeff Fry and help support me and contribute to this channel, you can select the QR code that is in the bottom left corner of your screen right now. Send over your donation of $5 or more with your movie recommendation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out just like what I did with Jeff here. Michael Dorsey is a somewhat respected actor in New York City, but he has a reputation of being very difficult to work with, so it's difficult for him to land gigs and to get paid. And one day, after being fed up with seeing his best friend be denied a role without even being allowed to read for it, he decides to put on a dress and put on a wig and convince the director of this episodic soap opera that he can play the part of this elderly business woman with his eyes closed. But the thing about Michael is that when he does get cast in this role and he's going all out with the makeup, the wigs, the dresses, everything, he starts improvising. He starts going off script and starts talking about how women have the right to be paid the same as men, and they shouldn't be treated as objects. They shouldn't be objectified by people of power in artistic settings and really just any setting. But in this case, the director was being gropey, he was being handsy, he kept calling him Tootsie, which is where the name of the film comes from. Now, on one end, the actor is going off script, and I'm sure the screenwriter is just behind the camera, just like, God, that's not what I wrote. God damn it, that's not what I wrote. What is she doing? But what she is saying and what she does improvise, it's very important. You can tell that it affects everyone who's listening to it, from the actors on screen listening to her, to all of the stagehands, to the directors, to the producers who are listening in and cutting this thing. So it's a lovely message, and this was being talked about back in 1982, and while I think women's position in corporate America and all over the world has drastically improved from where it was back in the 80s, it's still not where it needs to be to where it's equal. It's just very eye-opening to see that this film is from 1982 and it's still talking about the same things that we're talking about today from a couple of years ago with the Me Too movement. It's like the more things change, the more things stay the same, and I hate that that is a fact, but God damn it, it really is. And when I said that Dustin Hoffman is here at the height of his powers, really this whole period, because he just came off of Kramer versus Kramer a couple of years before this. Of course, he's known for The Graduate, Midnight Cowboy. He's just an incredible actor from the late 60s to the early 80s. Like, this is the best Dustin Hoffman that we've ever gotten. And I love how he portrays himself as Dorothy Michaels, who's the actress who he is portraying on this soap opera. Is it a little far-fetched, though, that no one was able to pick up on he was a woman but dressed in drag? Like, really? Come on, people. The 5 o'clock shadow is there. Pounds of makeup are put on. I know she's always wearing high collars and turtlenecks to hide his Adam's apple. And the voice is a little caricature-esque of being a woman. But that aside, I love Dustin Hoffman here, and I love what he stands for. Him just being himself as Michael Dorsey, I mean, that's a respectable thing. He's a respectable actor who's always trying to push something a little bit more and to make something a little bit better, which is what all theater directors and anyone who's in the theater says they want. Like, yes, we want collaboration. We want to work things out. We want to have conversations to make scripts better and stories better and performances better. And they all say that in theory, but when it comes to it, when it comes to rehearsals, They really just want to get through the rehearsal so that they can go home and make it to the next day. I was in a play once and we were supposed to run the entire Act 3 of The Crucible, but yet we spent an hour and a half because one of the actors who only had like 2 lines, who was one of the people in the background, the director said, "Hey, I need you to move this stool from stage right to stage left." And he continued to engage in conversation about why his character would be moving that stool from stage right to stage left. And you could tell all the actors on stage were like, "Oh my god, just fucking move the stool so we can move on with this rehearsal." That's who Michael Dorsey is. He's asking the right questions, he has the right intent, but sometimes you just need to move the fucking stool from stage right to stage left so we can move on to the bigger things in the show, please. You're not being difficult, but goddamn it, you're being difficult. This movie is quite excellent. It has a great social commentary, and I love the performances. Jessica Lange, who has always been tremendous. I didn't even know that she was in this film, so when she popped up, I'm like, oh, yes, fantastic. This film was already great, but now I'm enjoying it even more. And I love that they make this whole situation difficult for her because she is feeling inspired by Dorothy and what she is saying. And there's a connection that is obviously forming here, but she thinks that she is a woman, whereas Michael is also feeling the same way, but he knows that he is in drag, and this is a huge secret to where if he reveals himself, she's probably going to disown him and not want anything to do with him. It was a great conflict to have, and I almost wish that she didn't even reveal herself in the end. I know in story structure, like, it makes sense for her to reveal herself so we can have some type of conclusion, but I wonder how this film would have ended if the secret that Michael was actually Dorothy, if that actually died and was never revealed. I wonder how fascinating that would be. Probably not very, because of course I didn't write this thing and I'm not famous for this, so what do I know? But I really enjoyed this movie and what it stands for and what it talks about, because it's still topics that we're talking about today. I'm going to give Tootsie 4.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
It's good. It's good.
So guys, if you've seen Tootsie, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you the next time I'm releasing my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.